Hi guys, I'm Lindsay.
And I'm upset.
Mike's upset about the Carousel of Progress. I'm upset because we just went through about 15 minutes of microphone testing where you sang the Carousel of Progress ride like a cat and insisted that it was necessary for the testing purposes. And I feel stuck in this little room that we're recording in. Before you get into why you're so upset, this is Disney for Couples.
Hi, guys.
We are two Disney World loving Disney adults. We talk about traveling to the parks without kids. We were looking for information like this a few years ago. We didn't find it, so we decided to create it. So this is your hub of information about traveling to the Disney parks without having to wade through information about like family stuff. You know, no strollers, no how to keep toddlers happy, none of that.
Mm-hmm.
Why are you so upset?
Because today it was announced that the Carousel of Progress is undergoing a massive, massive change. Mm-hmm. It's going to be shutting down the first week of July, this July, and it'll be closed through, I'm assuming, a good part of 2027. They are going to retheme a lot of it. None of the existing decades that are represented by the stage show now will be there, albeit like the future, but like it's going to be a completely different future scene.
The future scene now is really almost like the 80s.
Or like the aughts.
Right.
Yeah. But now it's going to be 60s, the evening of the lunar landing, mm-hmm. So like 69. Halloween in the 80s, but unspecified, I think, for the exact day.
Okay.
New Year's Eve 99, which will be cool.
And Y2K.
And then like
where nothing happened, but everybody was panicked.
Right. And then the distant future. And also too, the new opening is going to feature a Walt animatronic, which I'm excited.
Into that.
I'm excited for. I will admit that there are some parts of this that I'm excited for, but Disney lately, other than the Muppets right there that we watched, which we'll talk about, but I get a little nervous, especially when they go to these classic attractions when they're going to do some modifications.
When you first told me about it, so I knew bits and pieces of this update, and we're not talking about this all day today, guys. This is just like newsworthy. The episode today is actually our hot takes and unpopular opinions, but this all like, did the announcement come out today? Because we were talking about it just
yesterday,
earlier.
Very recently.
I knew a little bit about what they were going to change. You had told me the thing about Walt Disney, the animatronic, which I think is an excellent idea.
It is.
I had read that they were going to be updating Carousel Progress. I didn't really know what that meant. I hoped that they were going to update the last scene because that last scene has always felt outdated. Well, not always, but for a long time has felt outdated. They did some updates a few years ago where like they put them in different. They put like slippers on them, and they gave the
they gave
daughter
a little refresh,
like a little bit of a different outfit. Yeah, they like modernized it, but it still feels like the set still feels like a older version of what modern is.
Mm-hmm.
When you told me about the updates, I thought, oh no, like that's those decades that they're going to be in are too close together, like 60s, 80s, and then essentially 2000. But that's like exactly
that's what it is now.
Yeah. It's just older. Right. So actually,
for those unaware, now the attraction, which is in Walt Disney World at Magic Kingdom, it's in Tomorrowland. It's a rotating stage show, so you get like 5 to 7 minutes per set, and you see 4 set pieces with an animatronic family, and it covers turn of the century, so like the 1900s, the 1920s, the 1940s, and then their vision of the future that is just old now.
Yeah, it looks kind of like 80s, but yeah. It is sad to lose another piece of Walt Disney. I hope that they do something with the sets and keep them like on display somewhere, or maybe there's the Walt Disney Museum, or they could I think they would be great in Disneyland just as like a museum piece almost.
They would be. Oh yeah.
I trust Disney with this kind of stuff, especially the Imagineers you had said like are really dedicated to like showing their care.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's scary.
I know we love it there.
Yeah.
And we're bummed out because we're not going to be back down in Florida until September, and it closes in July.
Mm-hmm.
And the last time we were there, I wasn't even really paying close attention because I was trying to get a picture of Rover
content
because I wanted of Rover the dog in each set because I wanted to create a sticker for the shop.
Yeah.
And I was just like intent on getting a picture, and the people behind us were a little bit loud, and it just wasn't like a great last viewing.
Yeah.
So,
and then also too, I thought about this, the voice actor that voiced John in, you know, the iteration of the show that we have now, and who does the narration, Gene Shepard, who, for those who don't know, wrote the book that A Christmas Story is based on.
And narrated A Christmas Story, the movie.
He narrates the attraction, but he died a long time ago. So
He doesn't narrate. He's not John's voice.
He is John.
Is he really?
So John's going to have a new voice.
I knew he was the narrator.
Yep.
I didn't know he was John's voice. Maybe they'll find somebody who's very close to the voice or can do an impression.
And then the other thing, and then I'll stop talking about it, is like Carousel is always one of those attractions that's like, let's just go to Carousel, and like, I don't know, it fills me with like Walt flavored nostalgia, and I really, really absorb that show whenever I sit down and watch it. So I wish I had known about this, because I feel like it'll never be a 5-minute wait again. I feel like for at least once it reopens, I feel like for a good 2 years it's gonna be like kind of popular, especially with the Walt animatronic.
Yeah, but it does fit a lot of people because there's different sections that see people. So yeah, I wish we could get back down there. I mean, never say never, but like I wish that we had known on the last trip that it was closing.
I know.
Okay, well, moving on. Yeah, stay tuned for our like feelings about that as more becomes known. I am very happy to have a Walt Disney animatronic here, though, because I want to see it in Disneyland. We're not in Disneyland that much.
And the Muppets takeover of Rock and Roller Coaster kicks butt.
We're gonna get to it a little bit later because it goes hand in hand with one of my hot takes that you don't even know about.
All right.
Okay, so as we mentioned already, this episode is all about hot takes and unpopular opinions. Ours specifically. Which I think a lot of people share and a lot of people are going to have like strong feelings about, which is the whole point of hot takes.
I'm excited.
So the way that I broke it down is we're going to go by park specific, and then we're going to talk about parks in general, then a few things about resorts, transportation, food, merch.
Oi.
Not necessarily in that order.
All right.
This might become 2 or even 3 episodes, so we might not get through it all today. So we're going to start with Magic Kingdom, of course.
Yay.
My hot take that I know you do not agree with is at the 25th anniversary Disney Cinderella Castle birthday cake. It was a weird way to say it. I said it as though I was writing an SEO title for Etsy. In 1996, it was Disney World's right, 25th anniversary. And to celebrate their 25th year, they turned the castle into a big pink birthday cake. Mm-hmm. If you've never seen it, go online and find pictures. It's incredible. A lot of people hate it. It's very polarizing. You hate it. I was there for it. I think it was one of the cutest things they've ever done. I absolutely love it. And I wish they would bring it back for another big anniversary. I just thought it was so cute. I thought it was well done, and I thought it looked cute, and I thought it was fun, and I thought it was very, very Disney.
Maybe I should give it a really good look and see if I can like find some nuance in that design of the castle, because my surface level like interpretation of it is, it's like, oh my god, this is so much. This is very much. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was such an adorable idea and executed really, really well.
Okay. All right.
Okay. We have 2 kind of similar hot takes for 2 roller coasters in Disney World that both of us think I'm not going to say we think that they stink, We both think that these two roller coasters are overrated and not worth the time you would normally have to wait online or the expense that you would usually have to pay to get Lightning Lane.
Ooh, you said expense, so I know one already.
So can you name them? I mean, you're gonna know them.
Well, now I know both. Seven Dwarfs Mine Train
Mm-hmm.
and Tron Light Cycle Run.
That's right.
Yeah.
Now, I like Seven Dwarfs more than I like Tron because I just think that the theming is cute. But that roller coaster is so short.
It's wimpy.
It's just so short. And
Actually,
yeah, it's a little
it's not.
It's a little bit wimpy. It doesn't have as much thrill. Now, I don't mind a ride that's not like extremely thrilling, even if it's a coaster. But the line for Seven Dwarfs is so long all the time. And usually the only way to get on it without waiting in a really long line is to use the Lightning Lane.
Which is completely overrated.
We rarely go on it. I've been on it a number of times over the years, but we rarely go on it because it's difficult to get onto. This last trip that we went on when we had that great day in Fantasyland where we got on all of the long line rides like fast, we went on it. And every time I say, oh my God, it's over already. Like that's kind of like not that great.
It's a super short coaster. I actually think it might be a little longer than Tron, and Tron is only a bit longer than Barnstormer. So we're like at the low end of coaster ride times for probably for Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when it comes to Tron, I hate Tron. I hate this ride. I've never liked this ride. I don't like how it looks. I've never liked how it looks from the outside. I hate how the ride vehicles feel to sit in. I think they're so uncomfortable. I don't like the coaster. I don't think it's fun almost at all. I think the launch is fun.
Yeah.
Like when we went on it, I remember saying like out loud when we launched, like, oh wow, like this is so great.
Yeah.
And that was it. I don't think it's fun. It's so short. I just don't think it's a good coaster.
Well, similarly to how we felt with Better Together at Animal Kingdom, it's about time that we do another run of Tron because truly we've only been on it once, right?
And we had that terrible experience.
It was a horrible experience.
It was still a virtual queue.
Yep. And it was and that
broke down when we were right about to get on. We had that argument with the cast member.
Yeah, and this was 3 years ago.
Well, but the ride hasn't changed.
Sure.
Like, I remember the ride.
But neither did the Better Together show change, and we liked it a little bit more.
But here's the thing. Better Together is far easier to get into.
That's
Tron.
That's true. Yeah,
you have to pay.
Tron, you have to sell your soul.
Yeah, I just really think that it's a disappointing ride. I don't think they did a good job with it.
All right.
Okay, so I don't know if you ever saw the nighttime show at Magic Kingdom, Wishes from the early 2000s. Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of people think Happily Ever After is like the best nighttime show that that Magic Kingdom has ever had. It's the nighttime fireworks show. I'm a Wishes girl. I loved Wishes. I still remember like one of the last times I saw it and how I felt, and it was so hopeful. This was also a time when it wasn't that hard to get like fireworks seating. It wasn't, it was crowded and you might have to squeeze or have somebody in front of you, but like it wasn't like it is now. We have a whole episode about how much we don't like the fireworks now. Go back and listen to it if you're interested in our take on the fireworks. Not that we don't like the fireworks. We don't like the experience of viewing the nighttime show.
We just don't like being yelled at like we're at summer camp.
Yeah, we don't like how they're handling it. But Wishes, I wish they would bring back Wishes like temporarily, because to me that was the greatest nighttime show, and I would actually be interested in like seeing that. I really wouldn't go out of my way to see Happily Ever After.
No.
That's we have one more.
Okay.
For Magic Kingdom.
Ooh.
You and I are very like, we're on opposite ends of the spectrum with this.
Uh-huh.
I am not, I don't even know how to say it as strongly as I feel. I despise that Villain's Land might be a thing.
Okay.
I'm not into it. Mainly because I don't want them to affect the footprint of Magic Kingdom. I like the layout as it is. I don't want another land. I just think it's like perfect as it is.
Okay.
I think Villain's Land would be better in Magic Kingdom.
It is. We're talking about Magic Kingdom.
I think Villain's
Universal?
Land would be
Six Flags.
no
Splash
at a
Town.
mall. I think it'd be good at a mall.
Splash Town.
Splash Down. Is that what you're trying to say?
The place
water
down the
park
road.
by us. Yeah. No. Hollywood Studios. I think it would be best at Hollywood
cool.
Studios.
That'd be cool.
I also just kind of don't like the idea of a Villain's Land. I think the Disney villains are cool. Like, I know that that's like a popular thing and that people really like the villains. I like them too. I don't necessarily like them together in like the same world. I don't think the look of Villain's Land fits into Magic Kingdom. I really hope that this is one of the plans that doesn't happen. But they're like are they already doing construction?
They're clearing land. Yeah.
Maybe they just won't. Maybe
it'll just be more cars.
Maybe it'll just be a hotel.
It'll just be more cars. That's what I hope for.
You're interested in it, right?
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Tom Sawyer Island and the Rivers of America is gone. So I've accepted that. So it's kind of like between Piston Peak, which is coming regardless, and Villain's Land, which is further out. I don't know. I'm interested to see what they do. I'm interested to see what they do because they're not... They don't seem to, other than like around Halloween time, they don't lean into the villains as much.
Right.
But I also might be wrong on that. I don't know. And
I think
also,
there's demand for it.
And also, too, I'd play devil's advocate to say that as far as like the footprint of Magic Kingdom goes, Villain's Land, for what I've seen, is going to be like kind of like past Haunted Mansion.
I know, I hate it.
But it's like its own space.
I know, I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like it. I like the hub and spoke. I like that even though if you look from an aerial view, it really isn't like, the hub and then like perfectly even land off of it. I know that, but I just don't like it.
So what if...
Put it in Disneyland. You know what? I don't care what they do to the footprint of Disneyland. I'm down. I can't figure it out anyway. Just put it over there.
Now, what would you say if I came to you tomorrow and I was like, honey, they're not going to do Villain's Land, but they are doing Piston Peak National Park. But instead of Villain's Land, they're doing Bluey Land. How would you feel?
I would feel that it should be at Hollywood Studios.
Okay. All right. Those are strong feelings.
We are upset. We love Bluey now because we watched it at, I think we talked about this in one of the other episodes. On our last trip, we watched it in the room.
Yeah.
And it's so cute.
Yeah. Bluey is the best thing ever.
Okay. We're on to Epcot.
Uh-huh.
We have 2 hot takes. They're both about rides. Can you tell me what they are? They're about rides that we think stink. But remember, they're hot takes. So they're rides that other people love that we or one of us is not like into.
A big fan of. Yeah. Well, is one of them Remy for me?
Yeah, that's you. Yeah. I love Remy's Ratatouille Adventure.
I don't dislike it at all. I just, I remember when we did that like tier like ranking of the Epcot rides or what have you not long ago. It just kind of came up as one that was like, if this is the one that I have to say I don't like that isn't the Living Seas, then I guess it's going to be this.
But you're never that interested in going on it.
What?
You're never that interested in going on Remy.
No, yeah, I guess so.
Yeah, you just kind of don't like it.
Yeah,
you don't like the queue.
I
think the queue ruined whatever experience you could have.
It's stupid.
The first time we went in that queue because it was hot and it was crowded.
It's a stupid queue.
Yeah, it's a bad queue. Except when you get to the end, I think it's cute when it looks like you're outside.
It's a when they go themed, when they're like, okay, it's theme time. It's very good, very very good.
But the winding,
the like parts that aren't themed, which I think is most of it, are annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what about you? What's your take?
On Remy? I love it.
No, on your, like, the other hot take.
Oh, we both hate this one. You have to guess.
Oh, I have to guess.
Yeah. We don't hate it, but we, like, don't, like, we think it's silly that it's so popular.
Silly. Frozen?
Yeah.
Okay.
Frozen. I think this ride kind of stinks. This is just like your basic Disney movie dark ride that like tells the story, you know, in 3 minutes.
Yep.
Which I never like when they do that, because I just think it's kind of silly to tell this story from the movie so truncated.
Mm-hmm.
I probably will like it a little bit better because they updated the animatronics and now they have molded faces instead of those ridiculously terrible looking
backlit faces.
Yeah, just like on the nothing, on the round head of the animatronic. Yep. I just don't think it's that great of a ride. Like, I think the queue's really cute. It looks like you're outside, just like when it was the Maelstrom. For as crazy as the line usually is, I think it's way overrated. I mean, I think Frozen is overrated too. Like,
oh yes,
but I just think it's way overrated. I think it's like perfectly fine, but it would be like if The Little Mermaid had, you know, a 2-hour line all the time, and you needed a lightning lane to get on it.
That's true.
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. And The Little Mermaid has kind of a long line sometimes, but not that long.
And then like on a hot day when you've been in that line for 45 minutes and then you sit in your little clam and you get your adventure finished in 2 minutes and 30 seconds.
I know,
you're like,
I didn't get to
really?
cool off. Yeah. Okay, we're on to Hollywood Studios.
We're zipping right along.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of our hot takes that are like about the parks in general. Uh-huh. These are just very park specific.
I see.
Okay. I don't know if you're gonna like be on board with me for this one or be shocked that I'm saying this.
Okay.
There's only one hot take that we have in Hollywood Studios, and it's mine.
Okay.
Hurts me to say this. I just want you to know that. I think removing Muppet Vision 3D was a good choice.
Oh.
And I'm going to put quotes around good.
Okay.
Let me defend
I'm with you.
Here.
I'm going to go with you.
I love the Muppets. Muppet Vision 3D has been a must-do Disney World experience for me from when I was a child. I don't think I've ever gone on a Disney vacation and not gone to that. And it's not just because it was easy to get into, because it wasn't popular. I loved it. I loved that section of the park. I loved the fountain outside. The building, just when you first walk in, I thought it was great. Mm-hmm. I love the queue, like the waiting room. I love the theater that you're in. I don't care that they never updated the actual like movie. I don't even care that stupid cartoon thing that what's his name? What was that thing's name?
I don't know.
That thing was dumb. I loved it. They had it. They used to have a gift shop afterward that closed during COVID that I thought was great. I am a huge Muppet Vision 3D fan. I wish that more people had gone, and it was a must-do for me. That said, nobody went. It was always dead until the very end. And when we watched the ride through of the new Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets, with Dr. Teeth, which I think is a great retheme.
It's so good.
And it looks good. I think it was a great idea to begin with. It looks great. The exterior of the building and everything looks great. The queue.
Yep.
Yeah. When I'm finished.
I have my thoughts on
that.
that.
Yeah. I'll stop talking when I'm done saying what I'm like, why I'm saying that. But when we watched that the other day, I thought to myself, oh my God, like if they didn't remove Muppet Vision 3D and have everybody kind of upset, have everybody kind of like emotional and upset about it, and there wouldn't be this interest in the new ride.
You're 100% right.
And this is going to reinvigorate people's love for the Muppets for a few reasons. One is that I think people realize like, oh, like if we don't engage with this thing that we like, Disney's going to take it away. Mm-hmm. And second, it's a ride that people are never going to stop going in Rock and Roller Coaster because it was rethemed to the Muppets. It's a fantastic roller coaster anyway.
Yep.
And I think this is finally going to be the time when that poor gift shop that nobody, including myself, ever bought anything from besides maybe a bottle of water is finally going to like get some business. And it's a great gift shop.
Yeah.
And I really wish that they could have kind of kept Muppet Vision 3D and done this also. But if it had to go, I'm so happy that people are going to like fall in love with the Muppets again, because the Muppets are, it's no wonder why Jim Henson and Disney partnered up, because they are the best at what they do.
Yep.
Like in the world.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm so happy that people get to like experience it again, because I think the Muppets are peak puppetry.
I'm truly excited for this attraction to like roll out to the public, because we watched, it was a shout out to 4K Walt Disney World, who you watch every single day.
Right. Yeah.
And,
it's always my background.
Yeah. But they did a ride through of the rethemed Rock and Roller Coaster with the Muppets. And I was very nervous that Disney was going to go with a lazy approach, and they totally didn't. They nailed it across the board. There are Muppet animatronics. The Muppet screens look good. They carried over like just enough from Muppet Vision 3D for the fans. I'm very, very happy with what I saw.
The cars are repainted, the
Yep.
ride vehicles.
And they repainted the building. They repainted the guitar outside the building.
And there's a piano now
Yep.
outside the building.
And that gift shop, look, I cannot wait to go to that gift shop. I hated that gift shop. I can't even say hate. That's a stupid word. I just like walked out of it, you know, because it was so
It was cool.
It was so nothing.
Yeah.
But like when we were watching the footage of it yesterday, it's so colorful, and they have all this cool new Muppets merch. Oh, I can't wait.
Yeah, it's a perfect crossover now, because it's Muppets merch, but it's like rock.
Yeah.
The gift shop before, I actually liked. I would always make a point to like pay attention to what they sold.
I'm pretty sure that, not to interrupt you, I'm pretty sure the gift shop before was so like desperate. I think they had like a edit yourself into a Star Wars photo or something like that.
God.
I think
Like
so.
at Imagine, they have that at Imagineering.
It was like right there.
Well, I liked it. I remember like every time I would walk through, I would see something I liked, but it wasn't Disney enough.
Yeah,
like it was,
totally.
and because the ride wasn't Disney. And you know, I love Aerosmith. I really love Aerosmith. I loved when it was Aerosmith, but I think this is a great move. I'm really excited to go and experience it.
This makes me feel better about the Carousel of Progress news.
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be okay. Trust the Imagineers. Okay. Animal Kingdom.
Okay.
I don't know if you agree with me on this one.
Okay.
But everybody calls Animal Kingdom a half-day park. I completely disagree. Do you disagree, or do you think it's a half-day park?
I think that Animal Kingdom is a half-day park if you're not going to go full-on immersive with it, like if you're not going to experience every part of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, in that case, any park can be a half-day park.
Yeah.
But I think people write it off as like, this is a one visit per trip park. This is a half-day park. This isn't like a big commitment. Animal Kingdom closes early a lot of the time, but that aside, that still doesn't make it a half-day park, because it closes at 6. That's not half of your day. You know, the other parks a lot of the time close at 9. So like you really couldn't leave Animal Kingdom and have any big experience at another park if you stayed there all day.
Right.
But Animal Kingdom is enormous. It's the biggest park there, and there is so much to do. I think people don't realize that because there's not a ton of rides.
Okay.
But there's a lot of shows, and there's a lot of just park to experience. All of the exterior parts of Animal Kingdom are almost like its own walkthrough experience.
What do you mean?
It's so heavily themed. It's the most heavily themed of all the parks.
My confusion was when you said the exterior parts. Like, what do you mean?
When you're just walking around. Like when you're just walking through fake Africa, or you're just walking through fake
the
Asia.
lands?
Yeah.
Okay.
There is so much to look
Theming.
at, photograph. Like I've taken my DSLR there, and like it looks like I'm traveling.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know it was Disney.
My good friend Chris, like when he, you know, if I were to ask him what's your favorite of the main 4 parks, without hesitation, he always says Animal Kingdom, because he loves how immersive the theming is.
It's amazing. Like I always remind myself, like the landscaping, they did this.
Right.
None of this existed.
No, the Zootopia animals did it. Remember?
But like they figured that they made this like they made these forest areas and the greenery is beautiful, and like none of that was there. It feels like they built this park in the middle of a forest and cleared space, and that's not what it was.
It's kind of cool too when you think about like the idea that you've said this, that Michael Eisner, when he came into the Disney company and they opened up what was MGM, that a lot of that was like a borrowing
of Universal,
of what would become Universal, but not Animal Kingdom.
No.
And that's Eisner era. And like they killed it with that. They killed it with Hollywood Studios too, but like Animal Kingdom is like just pure vision through and through.
Yeah. I think the Eisner era did a lot of great things for the Disney company. They stole those Universal plans right out from under him practically, but I think MGM is better than Universal.
Of course.
MGM.
Hollywood
Studios. But yeah, I just think maybe for families it's not a full day park or a must do on a Disney trip. But for 2 adults, I think Animal Kingdom is a full day park and maybe even a 2 visit park. It's so incredible. There is so much to do. If you go to all the shows and you go on the rides and you do the safari and you walk through the different lands and try different food and like are there all day so you can have 2 meals and a drink or whatever. And then there's also Pandora, and there's a lot of shops, and the shops there are very unique. You're not going to find the stuff in the shops there anywhere else. It is I would be surprised if you can get through it in a day.
Oh yeah. Totally.
That's our hot take.
That's a good hot take.
Now we're on to general parks hot takes.
All right.
Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, the first one. Do you remember? So this is about character meet and greets.
Okay.
Now, a lot of adults do character meet and greets. It's not just kids that go to them. We don't. We're not like character meeting people.
Uh-huh.
But there are plenty of adults who like will stand online to get their picture taken with a character.
Yeah.
I can't stand the formal meet and greets. I don't remember if they never had them when I was a kid, but I know that when I was a kid, you would just be walking around the park and like
it was a little more loose.
Mickey standing over there signing autographs, and like maybe there's a crowd, but it wasn't such an event. I just think that I think it's kind of silly. Yeah. I know it's nicer for the character actors, but like my hot take is that, or like our hot take is that it's a little overdone.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think that they strike the best balance that they can. I feel like at times they still parade around characters in the main park sort of without a plan. I feel like you see that now and then.
I feel like you only see it if they're leaving, like if they're walking to the back. Maybe. Not that you could actually like interact with them.
But also too, I think that like, especially like with the new space that they have in Epcot where you can meet Mickey and Goofy and Minnie, like that's a really nice new spot to meet them. I think that the place where you meet Mickey in Magic Kingdom is really cute. I don't know.
That is cute.
I'm not opposed to it.
I don't like the idea of having to wait online. Like it's such a special thing. You can like I think you can get like a lightning lane.
It is a special thing.
It is a special thing, but it should be like a built-in part of the park experience, not like another thing that you have to pre-plan, book. Like I think think that gets, silly.
Okay.
Were you going to say more?
I don't think so.
Okay. Here's another hot take. I know a lot of people don't like Lightning Lane. That's not what the hot take is here. But I would rather spend 30 to 40 minutes on every line, every trip, than ever pay to skip some lines. Here's why. When you pay for when you get Lightning Lane, it's a big expense. It's always expensive. Like it's always expensive now. It's a total pain. It's like a pain to schedule it ahead of time. It's a pain to keep on top of it on the day. It's just a nuisance. It's like a whole part of the park experience that I really can't stand. it doesn't always lower your wait times. Sometimes you're still waiting for 20 minutes or 30 minutes or whatever. I would rather go to the park and know that like all of the lines are relatively sane and I can wait on whatever I want to get on than have to pay and have my park experience kind of depleted because of it. What do you think?
I agree. And I'm kind of like, you've said this before about that system in general, that if they had if like they were operating a version of it where it was expensive, then it might be a different story. You know, it's relatively affordable, so a lot of people buy it, and then that like puts you into the system of like the Lightning Lane people versus the standby people. But I feel like if Lightning Lane were more expensive, maybe even twice as expensive as it is now, 3 times, it would make the perk of having it, like the point that you have it, like so much better, and there'd probably be less lines, right?
Yeah.
That's what you always say.
Mickey Visit
That's
did
what
that.
you always say.
Mickey Visit did that great YouTube.
Mickey Views.
I'm sorry. Mickey Views did that great YouTube a while ago with explaining that. They had like visuals up there to explain what happens when Lightning Lane is affordable enough that a lot of people buy it and how it affects the lines and what would happen if they had a very expensive Lightning Lane instead. Now they do have that now. They came out with that since that video came out. They have the Premier Pass.
But it sucks.
The problem is they didn't get rid of regular Lightning Lane.
And the whole like conceit of like you spend $400 and you can only go on one, you can only do it once per ride.
But if it was just that,
yep.
If that was the only line cutting option, I don't think that those rules would matter too much, or maybe they would be able to say, no, you can go on everything twice, whatever. But not getting rid of regular Lightning Lane just makes the regular lines even more crazy if they're going to keep letting people in. I mean, they're overpopulating the parks. It's crazy. Like, you have to spend so much money for a Disney World day to have to also spend on Lightning Lane, because otherwise the lines are going to be an hour or more each, unless it's the kind of ride that is never busy, in which case it's not worth wasting your Lightning Lane spot anyway, unless you're just trying to like get the thing where you like scan in and they can book the next one. There's that whole strategy to that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. I would rather have it be kind of like how Disneyland was, which is that like all the lines are kind of on the short side and it's just not a big deal to wait on them, and you don't have to like spend the money and be on your phone the whole time.
I feel like I mean, I could be very wrong on this, but I feel like generally Disneyland is far more catered to the locals than Walt Disney World.
It is. Yeah. And it's less of a destination. People are not usually traveling to go on like a big vacation to Disneyland. There's not. Right. There's 2 parks there. So you don't need a big vacation. So I think that's also why it's more like catered to for the locals. There's also fewer hotels.
That's true.
Like on Disney property. Okay, guys, we're going to actually stop there because we have like 10 more hot takes to get into, and we don't want to make this like a 2-hour episode. Right. So let us know what you think about all of our unpopular opinions, and we'll be back next Friday with 10 more to wrap them up.
All right.
Thank you so much for listening. Go to disneyforcouples.com for more content just like this. Go shopping at Magical Sticker Shop, and we're also... magicalstickershop.com. We're also on Etsy. All of these links are in the show notes. And remember to stay young at heart like Walt would want.
Bye, guys.
Bye.